today I thought I'd play another obscure arcade game. This one is called Xain'd Sleena. It was also known as Solar Warrior, but I think that was only in the US. Now I did actually come across the arcade cabinet of this way back in the day at a Butlins holiday site. And for some strange reason it's the only arcade game that I've ever completed. So let's just jump into it. Couldn't find a cabinet image, so we've just got the flyer. Now to this day I don't know how I actually completed this game, because I wouldn't have put that many 10p's in it. It's not too difficult, but it's also not easy as well. You do get a lot of free lives, and that's probably what helped me. So there are 5 stages. Each stage has 2 sections. The first stage is on a planet. The second takes place in space. And once you've completed the 5 stages, you've then got a 6th hidden bonus level before you get to complete the game. So let's just start it up. So say 5 planets, all increasing in difficulty, but you can select which order you do the planets in. So you'll get a selection screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the order of difficulty. Now I tend to start on planet 4, mainly because the boss can be tricky. So if I fail, I've only had to go through 1 level before I can start again. I'm sure that's not what I did back in the arcade. So it's just a bit of a run and gun on the platform. You start off with a really weak weapon, but you'll get a power up when this guy here appears. You then get a power up. Again, you don't die immediately you get hit. You have got a life gauge. Certain things will give you big damage and other things not so much. Some weapons are strong, some weapons are weak. I think this is quite a strong weapon, but it's not got such good range. Use a double jump, which will let you reach some higher levels, or higher platforms, should I say. And yes, I will drop down the gap there. So we're actually coming to the end of this level. So when you reach the end, you reach a base, and then you'll get the boss. And I say, this particular boss is quite tricky. Unless I get in the right position, in which case I might get lucky, like that was. And these are gone up. So once he's done, you'll plant a bomb on the base. Now you have 10 seconds in which to jump into your spaceship. So it's easy to actually miss it if you don't realise what you've got to do. So now we go into space and we have a little space shootout. So it becomes a bit of a shoot 'em up. It's nothing special. And it does come in patterns, so the patterns are easy to learn. And you've got 2 weapons when you're in space. You've got a laser fire, and with the second button is these extra sort of 3-way fire. It's generally quite easy to do this section, but it's very easy to make a mistake. And when you do, you pretty much go back to the beginning of it again. So that was kind of the boss shit, and that should be this stage done. So that's one of the harder levels out of the way. I'll now go back to what effectively is stage 1. Generally this is easier, but it has got some tricky bits in it as well, which if you play for the first time, will probably catch you out and kill you off quite quickly. Which is why I don't know how on earth I ever managed to complete this game. I can't complete it now. Yeah, you don't also keep your weapon from each level. You start again with the basic weapon at the start of every level. Now these things will kill you instantly, so you don't want to run into them. And as you can see, my health gauge has already gone down quite a lot. So this can be the tricky bit, because little blobs come at you from these platforms which can catch you out. Right, so this I think is the most powerful weapon in the game, but it's only got a small fire range. So here comes the boss. Now this boss is generally quite easy. He literally just jumps, you jump under him. Just keep firing. He's not really too much of a threat. Plant the bomb, jump into your spaceship. So planet 2, or effectively the first planet, done, into space. So slightly different change of enemy patterns this time. It doesn't matter which planet you do first, the space scene is always the same. So these pink things are homing missiles, but you can avoid them. That should be the second one done. So the third stage, once I go into space, you actually get an asteroid field, followed by a space scene, and then you actually get the first mothership. Now this planet is actually a little bit tricky. It does have its tricky points. There's kind of a mini boss in the middle. And the fact you start with your basic weapon again does make it harder. Right, from here it's just a case of run to the end, or towards the end. Until these gold guys coming up. Then I'll turn and shoot them. So coming up to the mini boss. And here it comes. Bit of a Loch Ness monster. I don't know if I'm going to last this. No, I'm not. So it means I've got to actually now defeat him with the wimpiest weapon of all. We go back only a little bit, so at least I haven't got too far to go. But I do now have to kill this mini boss with my wimpy little rubbish weapon. Which means he takes longer to kill. There he goes. And I will die if I fall into this, well, I don't think it's water, it's probably slime. So you've got to time the jumps carefully. And that was a bit lucky. This is my favourite weapon, so I don't really want to pick up that power up if I can help it. But I may not have a choice because we're reaching the end and it will stay there. And there we go. It doesn't matter, that's not too bad a weapon, in fact that's quite a powerful weapon. But this boss is a little bit tricky because it starts off in this little machine, and then he pops out once you've done enough damage. There he goes. And I've not got a lot of energy left, so I need to be on the move. And I've run out of time. It's very unusual I've run out of time. Quickly get our weapon power up. Got my decent weapon. So hopefully this time we can do him. Here he comes. You see, I've lost a couple of lives, but I've still got 3 lives left because I've been gaining 3 lives. I think you get a free life at 20,000, free life at 70,000, and then a free life every 70,000. So I've now gained another life. So this is the asteroid field. Not too difficult to negotiate, but there's a few little mines along the way that when you hit them, they will explode. Then we get another little space scene, and then we get the mothership, which again, playing at an angle, may be a little bit difficult for me. It's not too difficult, a mothership. So it's only effectively the halfway stage. This could be tricky. Managed to avoid it. Let's avoid these last homing missiles if I can. And there we go. So now the mothership's going to appear. Now generally this is not too difficult, but every now and again I make a complete mockery of it. So it's just a case of shooting, there we go, I made a mockery of it. So it's just a case of shooting the middle panels right the way to the centre. So it isn't really that difficult. It's just a little bit tricky when the bullets come at you. But other than that, generally, and there we go, we're through. So that's another 100,000 point bonus, there's another free life coming in. So, 2 more planets to go. This one can be a little bit tricky sometimes and sometimes easy. It's the 5th one that's hard. Immediate weapon power up. You get a lot of these sort of gold coloured enemies which kill you instantly coming at you on this level. So it really is a case of keep moving. Okay, so it's kind of another mini boss on this level. He's at the top of this temple. But he's actually incredibly easy. So here he is. Just keep firing. He's gone already. Then again, I have actually probably got the most powerful weapon in the game. So that's halfway. Now from here, I recommend just keep going forwards. Just keep aiming forwards all the way and don't stop. Because otherwise you get caught out. Because the enemies just keep coming back at you. Approaching the end, which means I will have to turn around now. I'm not really worried about what weapon I have. And he's a goner. So now we just go back to another space scene. As I say, this is an obscure game. Anyone I've ever spoken to about it, whether a complete stranger or someone I know, no one's ever heard of this game. And I thought actually it's not a bad game, it's because it's got the variety in it. Like any game, it can be frustrating at times. Especially when you die and you've got to start one of these space sections again. And I was very close there. That should be it. So we're on to the final planet. So this planet is a lot harder. Once you get used to it, yeah, it's not too bad. But it is, things will kill you instantly. Like these jets will kill you instantly if they touch you. That was a bit stupid, so was that. Yeah, I'm running out of health a bit rapidly here. And there we go, first death on this planet. Again, obviously the lava is going to kill you, without a doubt. Once again, these will kill you instantly. As for that guy, I managed to avoid him somehow. Right, so we are actually approaching the end of this level, but this boss takes a bit of working out. Sometimes I get past him, sometimes I don't, which is again why I think, how did I do this in the arcades back in the day? But I must admit, I have actually got a good weapon here, so there's a good chance. And he's a goner. And I've still got 6 lives. That's crazy. I think I was lucky there because I had one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It made it easy to kill the boss. With another weapon, he's quite tricky. So we've got the final space. Well, actually, yes, I think it's the final space scene. So unless I do something really stupid, hopefully I'm going to reach the final hidden planet, which is actually more of a space station than a planet. And that was a little bit lucky. Have I gone the wrong way here? Oh, that was incredibly lucky. Got away with it. Ah, it got me in the end. Ah. So now I think I actually have to do most of this again. And again. Okay, maybe we're not going to get there. Come on, this time, Sally. Surely, surely, surely. So we've done all the planets. You have to actually move. It doesn't tell you. You need to actually move, and you get the hidden space station, as it were. So yeah, this is the final stage. And say this, I sit there and play this now, and I think, well, how did I actually complete this in the arcade? Because it is actually really difficult. So much comes at you, and from so many different levels. Even though I've got quite a lot of lives, hopefully I can get quite into it. You never know. Maybe this is the time. Oh. So once they come down at you, that's it. It's instant death. And we're back to our rubbishy weapon. You need to take these guys out almost straight away. So from here we now drop and go on to another part of the level. What weapon have I got? I've got bombs, which is kind of useful. They help you to reach higher levels. Still doesn't make it much easier though. Oh, another instant death. This could be instant death now. Too much coming at me, way too much. Right, okay, new strategy needed. I think that's going to work. No, that's not going to work. Like I say, I wonder how I got through this in the arcade when I wouldn't have been able to play it that many times. Yeah, here we go. It's not looking good. No, not quite enough. Not enough. I'm saying it is tricky. There we go. So that's Xain'd Sleena. Hope you enjoyed that, and see you all again soon. Thanks for watching.